All right, court is calling 2021 CR 8755, State of Texas versus Philip Kendall Harris. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Joseph, appellate for the defense.
And are you Mr. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Harris speaking.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, sir.
Okay, so we're making a correction on the plea paperwork. We're changing the state's recommending deferred adjudication. We're not recommending community supervision.
That is correct, Your Honor. It is a correction to deferred as opposed to community supervision. Straight probation is a deferred adjudication rec by the state.
All right. Did you understand you're charged with the offense of injury to a child, bodily injury reckless?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding you guilty as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
With your permission, yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may. With respect to this incident, the complaining witness and the child involved are no longer in contact. Mr. Harris is no longer in contact with them. The child is not related to him at all. He has no ties to this person whatsoever. Mr. Harris currently resides in Fulton County, Georgia, which is around Atlanta. He has no intentions of returning to Texas or anywhere near where Ms. Woods would be. So with respect to that, I think that the possibility of any future incidents occurring is slim to none. Mr. Harris also is self-employed. He does some DoorDash as well as the Uber Eats, but he's also raises dogs where he is in Atlanta. And with respect to that, we would respectfully request you to follow the plea bargain agreement and also permit transfer to Fulton County, Georgia.
All right, what dogs are you raising?
French Bulldog.
Okay. Why are you throwing a rock through somebody's window, like from the Andy Griffith show?
For the record show, I never threw a rock through the window. I wasn't there for that.
Oh, well then sounds like you need a jury trial because they're saying that she accused you of cheating. She was going to leave with her 2 children in a vehicle, but you took off in the vehicle. And when you took off in the vehicle, she put the deadbolt on the apartment door. You knocked and you kicked on the door. She wouldn't let you in. The 1-year-old, who you're not the biological father of, was walking towards the window. And I'm assuming this is reckless because maybe you didn't know the 1-year-old was near the window. You threw a rock, the glass breaks, and the child ends up with glass underneath their eye and bleeding underneath their eye. So if you would like a jury trial, then you can have a jury trial. We'll have you come back from Fulton County, Georgia to have your jury trial. But the stipulations that you agreed to is that, yes, a rock was thrown through the window. What it says,
Yes, I didn't throw a rock through a window, but the charges, the circumstances, I was taking the plea deal because I didn't want to go.
Break a window.
No, I wasn't. It was an argument and I left. I never was there for that. I don't know. But that's not the first time that we had to replace a window because she threw something through the window months prior to that. So I don't know if she did that when I was not there, but I never threw a rock through the window. I wanted to make that clear to the court that I did not do that.
All right. So you've made it clear to the court. Then it sounds to me like you should go forward with a jury trial because you're saying it didn't happen. So what are we pleading to?
No contest.
Yeah, but the police report is saying that you threw a rock through a window, and that's how the child ended up with a laceration under his left eye near the outside corner and high on the left cheekbone. They say they photographed the scenes. So there's no doubt that this child had a laceration. He's one. He had a laceration under his eye. Somebody caused the laceration under his eye, be it recklessly or intentionally. You're saying it wasn't you, so it sounds like you need a jury trial.
I don't.
You want to discuss it with your attorney?
No, I had discussed it with him, but I just this whole process.
I am not accepting a plea bargain agreement. I understand what people saying they're not fighting the charges against them, but you're saying you didn't do it. You're saying you didn't break a window. This entire case is about a window being broken, a rock being thrown through a window, and the window breaks, and a 1-year-old ends up with the laceration beneath his eye. You're saying you didn't throw a rock, you didn't break a window. That is completely different from I'm not fighting the charges against me. So sounds like people want a jury trial. Is that what this is, Mr. Pelt?
Mr. Harris has indicated that he doesn't want to have a jury trial, but he is also saying that he didn't do it. So he wanted to do the plea and accept the 2 years deferred. And I understand the contradiction that we have here, Judge.
Yes. So it sounds like you all need a jury trial. Because this is not your normal no contest plea. He is saying 100% he didn't do it.
I understand, Judge.
So we'll schedule for a jury trial.
We can do that, Judge.
All right. What date?
If I can get with Mr. Harris.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to American Courts. Let me see if I got my volume on. There we go. I got my volume on. Tonight we got a bunch of Judge Boyd and we got some Judge Fleischer. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Let me see who all we got here. Of course, we got Nan, Gina, Fozzie, Renee, Carpenter, Donald. Looking through Eileen. It looks like you got on Discord tonight, Eileen. It's good to see your name over there. Hey, Monica. Hey, Kim, Victoria, Allie. We're doing a court addict at 9 o'clock with ATX Alley. We got a lot of police body camera videos. We've got a couple of those we're going to go through and have some conversations that weren't able to be had on other channels because in the end, some of it's about kids, and I'll just go ahead and say the person doing the show don't like to talk about kids, and I don't either. But here we're going to jump over to. Let's jump over to Judge Fleischer. Let me see if I can grab him real quick. This one was from today. It was my buddy from over there, Judge Fleischer.
Good morning, Mr. Ariel. Good to see you. I'm sorry that we're seeing you under these circumstances, but you've picked up some serious charges in Como County. And the problem is that you never, ever once have appeared on your own. In the dozens and dozens of charges that you and I have had together, have never once on your own appeared. And you want me to give you a PR bond?
Judge,
Tell me.
I'm asking, give me an opportunity to present myself or report myself to the probations that you've acquired my person to be. I haven't, I've been back and forth between Harris County and Comal County since the last time you released me. I never gotten a chance. I just now came from Comal County back over here. I'm asking for to give me the opportunity that I may be able to
report on his probation, Judge.
yeah.
And based off what I am looking, it appears that these Comal County cases happened prior to him being placed on probation. So they wouldn't necessarily be a violation of his probation.
Alex, what say you about the time?
He was placed on probation. It seems in May, if I'm correct. Is that correct?
May of 2024.
These Como County cases, they took place in July of 2024 and subsequently filed that same month. So July, so after he was placed on probation.
Mr. Ariola.
I was in Comal. I was taken from here to Comal County. Okay, prior when you gave me that, I was out. I was able to.
I think I know what he's trying to say. He's saying he has never been out of jail to commit these cases in July.
But he has been. You were out.
If I may,
You were in aftercare, and it was probably at that time when you picked up the new cases.
It's the same. If I may share with you, these cases are the same cases or the same circumstances, just as the trespass.
I know. And I know it keeps happening over and over and over. They try to pick you up, you don't like it, and it hits the fan. And then you end up picking 3 to 4 charges as every single time this happens.
I'm not a criminal, nor am my intention is to do crime in the world. That is not my way of living. That is not my way. What I'm at this moment right now, what I'm seeking, what I'm asking is to get the opportunity to be able to report and to do as you asked for the probation.
Let me tell you one thing, okay? Hold on. Since 2021, you and I have been dancing. You've picked up an attempted possession of a firearm, possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance, failure to ID, resisting arrest, failure to ID, failure to ID, failure to ID, evading arrest, criminal trespass, criminal trespass, criminal trespass, possession of a controlled substance, failure to ID, criminal trespass, criminal trespass, criminal trespass, criminal trespass, criminal trespass, criminal trespass, and another criminal trespass. On all of those, except the last 2, every single time you have done time served. And I told you on the last 2, before you picked it up and we let you go, I said, Mr. Ariola, if you pick up another case, we are done with catch and release. We will now do everything in our power to ensure that the trespasses and the failure to IDs and the thefts and the assault stop. And we would do that by doing the dual diagnosis residential program. And I told you that we would continue to do it over and over and over until it stops. You know what's going to happen every time you wear orange in Harris County. That's it. I have given you PR bond after PR bond to the tune of probably 12 PR bonds. And every single time we've given you a PR bond, you never show up. No more catch and release. We now need to get to the root of the problem. That's what we're going to do. And even if we have to do DDRP 5 times,
Listen, let's be honest. If I was to represent myself and stick to the grounds of laws, of real laws, of what's contributing to what's to myself being, my well-being, my person, the person that you are treating in such a way at this very moment, it would be a different story and a different face for you, my friend. I'm only talking here.
Stop. That can be considered as a threat. I am just giving you fair warning.
I want to help you, Mr. Ariella. I want to end the cycle of you keep coming back to jail. Believe it or not, I want to help you. I want to end this. I want you to get a job. I want you to be a productive member. And I was hoping by having you go to the DDRP and in aftercare, that would happen. I don't know. I don't know what happened. You were doing great in DDRP and we got reports that you were doing great. When you got to aftercare, I don't know what happened though.
At this moment, the charges from Comal County, I'm on PR bond. They haven't even been, and I haven't even been indicted. At this moment, I'm asking that I'm given the opportunity to complete this program of yours. Let the service play as it plays. There's a whole different county, a whole different jurisdiction.
Let me give you a little roadmap. What I was thinking, I'm having our chief district attorney here reach out to Comal County to let them know what we want to do here about DDRP in hopes that they, are on board with us.
They have nothing to do with y'all. There's a whole different
I know
jurisdiction, a whole different county.
I'm trying to let them know that we want to put you in a treatment place with us here in hopes that they're with us, and it may resolve the cases over there. See what I'm saying?
I'm on a PR bond over there at this moment. Why would they care what happens here? They don't care. They're just on for how dare? What idea is this from?
I can let Lori explain to you what we're trying to do.
I'm listening. I did hear it, but this.
Mr. Ariel, if I give you a PR bond, you'll never come back.
I'm not asking for a PR bond. I'm asking to give me the chance, the opportunity to report to the probation that you put me on. Give me the chance.
Yes, I want to do that.
Please.
Yes, I am in agreement with you. But first, Comal County has to take care of itself. We can't do anything here until Comal County is taken care of.
Comal County sent me over here.
I know. We're going to reach out to Comal County to see what we can do.
They got me on PR bond over there so we can take care of the situation over here at this time. This is what I'm doing here now. They got no business into what Harris County.
Hey everybody, I'm gonna jump in real quick and say thanks for all the biggin people coming over. Thank you so much. It means a lot whenever y'all do a raid like that. So I really appreciate it. Also, I just want to mention this guy here. A couple months ago, he was here with Judge Fleischer because he kept going to a store and he couldn't understand it, and he just kept going to a store, and they had a restraining order. They didn't want him at the store, and he just kept going to the store. And Judge Fleischer had him out 3 or 4 times, just talking with him back and forth, then letting him go in the back and calm down, coming back, talking to him, letting him calm down. Judge Fleischer, knows a lot more about him personally than most other defendants, and so he shows a lot more patience than you would think that a judge would show with someone like that. In the end, it just kind of shows that Judge Fleischer has a heart, and he knows his people, and so this guy's harmless. I think this guy's just got a world of issues, and Judge Fleischer's patient with him. He actually did the treatment like he was supposed to, and did really good with it. He just, whenever he left, he never reported in, never did anything there. In the end, he just needs somebody to hold his hand. He just needs a big brother, and the government's going to end up being his big brother. So we're going to jump back into it, but thank you guys so much for coming over.
Does with me at this moment, with this case here. They have no business. They haven't even indicted me yet.
I'm going to let Lori try to explain to you what we're trying to do.
But you're trying to, I know that, why would you even want, listen, you're the judge here. You know what's going on. I'm on PR bond over there. They're not even looking at my cases at this very moment.
What do you want?
I'm asking, give me the opportunity to report to probation now. Give me the opportunity, because I haven't given the opportunity to report to probation.
When you say give me the opportunity, what does that mean? Let you out of jail?
Yeah, so I can report to this. And when Comal County, because I got a lawyer over there, they would alert me about going to, if they do pick it up, if they do pick it up, they would alert me to go to court. But till then, let me just proceed with the process here with the probation. Please, that is what I'm asking. I'm begging for you, so I can get an opportunity, a chance to get out and work and be able to fight this from the free world. If anything, if they do pick up the cases, I'll be able to fight them, so I can stay relevant to the probation here and current with Harris County.
I know that you're not going to like my answer, Mr. Ariella, but if I give you a PR bond, you're going to ghost me like every time you've done before. I have history tells me I have your bonds now always at 2003, 7504, 5006, because you take off. You never in 5 years, you've never not one time come back on your own.
Why would you give me a PR bond? Can you just not reinstate me to complete the probation? I haven't even.
Anything, we need to figure out what's going on with Como County. I'm going to let Lori hopefully try to explain to you what we're trying to do with getting Como County on our side as well, so that hopefully we can resolve it all. And
I don't know if this is even, like, would you even really care to understand what Comal County, being in Comal County, what it has done to.
Let's do this. Look, I have a bunch of people that are waiting. I'll take more time with you toward the end of the day. I don't want to keep them waiting because they have busy lives as well. Let me talk to them. Let me thin out everybody here, and then I'll bring you back out and we can talk more. Okay. But we've already spent, what, 20 minutes here now, and I've got a lot of people waiting. Let me thin them out. I'll bring you back out in maybe like 45 minutes and we'll talk more. Okay? I'll give you more time, I promise. Counsel, thanks for being patient.
Albio, results came back positive for THC. Do you want us to?
Yeah, let me talk to Mr. Ariel first so we can get Lori out.
English judge. He discharged on the 23rd. They had him come on the 24th.
Okay, 1 second. Mr. Lopez, you asked me for a PR bond now. I'm sorry, Mr. Lopez, Mr. Ariola. Sorry, that was Mr. Lopez. Mr. Ariola, you asked me for a PR bond, but let me tell you something. Every time we let you out of custody, you have little wings on your back and you take off. You did the program. You did it amazingly. All we wanted you to do was do the aftercare. You were supposed to report. Your date of discharge was April 23rd of 2024 of the program that you were in. You were supposed to report. Oh, is it the same day, Shatoria?
No, it was the next day.
I'm sorry. The date of discharge was April 23rd. The next day, you were supposed to report to the place for aftercare. Did you report? You did not report. And you took off yet again. Every time we let you out of jail, you do whatever you want to do and you don't comply with court orders. So I can't trust you and give you a PR bond now or reinstate you. We're going to work the way through that we normally do. We're going to see what Como County wants to do. And then after that, we're going to go right back into SATA. Tell me.
I'd like the court to consider my position of not having the opportunity to report myself on the last
Judge, I'm sorry. I feel as though we're talking about things alleged in the MAJ. I don't want to be unfair to the defendant at this point.
Counsel's here.
Oh, she is here.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's on Zoom.
Okay.
No. We're not going to do this without counsel. No, Michael, come on. No. She's here.
Yes, Judge.
As I was saying, to consider the position that I was put in, not given the opportunity to present myself, report myself to the probation office.
We let you out. You were supposed to report. Is that not a chance?
That was a different, that was another uh,
Case.
another, yes, another. The one that I'm asking of that I was in current in agreement with you was the probation that came with the counselors.
I don't want to go on a 30-minute diatribe, a 30-minute conversation again, Mr. Ariel. The bottom line is if I let you out, you will not show up to anything that you're supposed to show up. And I have it as evidence in every single case that you and I have dealt with. Every single time I have let you out, every time that a magistrate has let you out, you take flight and you take off and you never come back.
I'd like to resolve this issue, this matter.
I'm not, no, sorry. I'm not going to do that. I told you I was done with the catch and release. It's not going to happen. We will continue.
I'm asking for my time for these cases that I stand before this court today.
Okay. Regardless, we can't do anything now because you've got the Como County cases open. So I'm going to have the DAs reach out to Como County to see where we go from there.
Judge, he also said earlier that he would like a hearing on these new charges in Comal County.
Say it again.
He would like a hearing on the new charges in Comal County because we're not sure whether or not the state can prove them.
Judge, if there was a hearing, we would put up the technical, we wouldn't put up the new law.
They're not putting up the new law violations regardless. I mean, they're not going to do that to kind of hurt Mr. Ariola even more, you know? So I don't think that that would be part of the motion to adjudicate hearing. That would hurt you more, and that's not what we're here to do.
Those Comal County's charges are allegations. I'm still innocent.
Correct.
And haven't been indicted yet.
Correct.
I'm confused.
I don't know that.
I'm confused on what.
There is a hold at a Como County, right? Vic?
I came from Como County. I bonded out on.
I have 2 bonds on your case, and because you were unable to make the bonds, that's why you're still in custody now. I'm not giving you a PR bond. So we also need to find out what's going on with Como County. So bottom line, Mr. Ariola, I'm not letting you out today. Okay? We just need to work the thing to see how it plays out. And then
I'm asking that the court stays within this district. Comal County is relevant at this point. I'm still, there are allegations.
we're not using any of that. None of that is being held against you, Mr. Ariola.
And Judge, for the court's information, the updated hold information is that they released the hold on 5/16 of 2020.
Okay.
So currently there's no hold that the state can see.
Okay. Can you reach out to them
Yes,
to
sir.
see and let them know of our intent here? And then when do you want to set it again? Today's Wednesday. Try Monday, maybe?
You haven't said
Judge,
the
I'm gonna
fourth,
reach out
yeah.
today.
Okay, we're going to try to do this fast on your behalf. We're not going to take a long time to do it. I need them to reach out to Como County to see what Como wants to do with your 3 cases. We'll come back on Monday and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, Mr. Ariel, I'm not letting you out. I know what's going to happen if I let you out. I can't do it. Okay, I know that you're upset, but believe me when I'm telling you, I want the best thing for you. Okay,
I'm having a hard time to understand.
I don't, I'll
Yeah.
have Lori explain it to you. Okay.
That's okay.
What's best for you, Mr. Ariel? I think that this is it. Okay.
To keep me in your program? To keep me in your pocket?
Not in my pocket.
All right, Mr. Ariel.
Yes.
I'll be bringing him out momentarily also.
Okay.
I like that guy, and I know he tested a lot of people's patience, but I think he's harmless. Most of the time, his charges are just him not understanding, just him hanging around the wrong places. It looked like used to he had some thefts and had some stupid crimes, but lately it's just been just him not reporting or him not comprehending, him not showing up when he's supposed to, or him hanging out at places he's not supposed to. But Again, thank everybody. The chat's moving quite fast, so I apologize if I'm missing people's chats. You guys are having a good conversation out there, and someone had mentioned of someone getting timed out or getting deleted earlier today. That stuff moves so fast. Sometimes you go to click on somebody and you get the people 2 or 3 down. But Brecken, if you'll let it slide, I'll assure you won't get timed out on this one unless you say something, unless something really odd comes off. But that fellow was harmless. I liked him. We're going to jump into. Let's jump into a couple of Judge Boyd's, and then we'll get over to Court Addicts with ATX Alley.
This is Samantha Lee Lopez. Can I have parties announced for the record? For the state?
Ashley Jones.
Defense?
Amir Memorial.
And are you Miss Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with assault, family, choking, strangulation? That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. This is to run concurrent with County Court Cause number 633165, and there's an affirmative finding of family violence. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court would defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We respectfully ask the court to follow the agreement, Judge.
All right, why are you violent? What's going on with you?
At the time, I was not in a very good mental state. I was in an abusive relationship. Things just got out of hand.
Abusive relationship with who?
With Stacey Reyes, ma'am.
All right, she said you tried to run her over in the police report, which you stipulated to this. She says that you ran her over with a car before. And according to this, she went out, she got promoted at work, she didn't come home, she decided to celebrate with whomever she decided to celebrate with, and then she's saying you choked her and beat her up. So again, what's wrong with you?
Ma'am, at the time, we have been together for 15 years before that, off and on relationship. We had a lot of issues.
So why don't you just leave? According to this, after you ran her over with the vehicle, why didn't you leave? I'm thinking if you're in a relationship with somebody and it gets to the point where you're running them over with a vehicle, maybe that relationship should be over.
Yes, ma'am, I agree.
So why didn't you just leave?
I just wasn't in the strong enough headspace to leave. I felt like she was all that I had, and I wasn't in contact with family at all. So I stayed and things just got worse.
All right, but according to this, you're the one who's beating her up, not the other way around.
I'm the only one that got the cops called on me.
Well, when she said you ran her over with the vehicle, she said she was dishonest with the police and said, I don't remember what happened.
But I'm just saying, I never called the police on her. I could have several times, but I chose not to. So there is no record of that, unfortunately.
So for this, when this happened, they don't mention that you have any scratches on you. It's just she's the one who got beat up and choked out. So
yes, ma'am.
And so obviously you can choke her out because you did.
Yes, ma'am. That night, she did also put her hands on me, but I'm stronger than she is. I wasn't harmed as badly as I harmed her.
No, it says here, there was an argument. She says you punched her several times in the face and choked her. And you choked her. They observed petechiae in her left eye from you choking her out. And that she pretended like she was just going to go outside to get some air, and you gave her her phone because you didn't think it could work, and her phone was broken.
Yes, ma'am.
So it appears you have an anger issue. So
Yes.
where is your anger issue coming from, and why do you think that might makes right in relationship? Because that's what's happening here.
The anger was just stemming from all the past history of that relationship. I have worked on myself a lot since then. I'm not denying anything from that night. I know that I did wrong, and I have regretted it since then. Since that night, I never put my hands on her after that because I felt so badly about what I had done.
Are y'all still together?
No, ma'am.
All right, because that relationship is over. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do y'all have any children together?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any property in your name?
Together?
With her? Yes.
No, ma'am.
All right, so that relationship is over.
Yes.
Do you have any children?
No.
Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do? All right. So this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. And if you're doing sober support meetings with that DWI, I know sometimes they tell you as part of your rehabilitation, you have to apologize to people that you've done wrong. You're not allowed to apologize to her. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
No contact. There's going to be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Relationships are work. People think it's all bed of roses. It is not. Anybody who's been married for a long time, they will tell you it's work. You know, relationships and marriages are not the wedding. It's what comes after. So this is what you need to do. You need to go to one of these stores, get you an orchid. They are beautiful. They have beautiful flowers on it. Make sure you get one that has all the flowers on it and bring it home. And when those flowers fall off, if you're able to get that orchid to rebloom, then maybe you're ready for a relationship. And let me just tell you why I say that. Orchids take patience. They take time. You get those instructions from the store, and then people tell you, you're not supposed to put ice in orchids, right? But they give you instructions to do that. Orchids don't like to be moved around. Sometimes they're very finicky. They like the sunlight, then they don't like the sunlight. And if you are patient enough to get that orchid to rebloom, then maybe you'll be ready for a relationship. Because guess what? A relationship requires patience. It requires acceptance. And anytime you're thinking about throwing that orchid away, that's like with relationships. Anytime you think about putting your hands on somebody, maybe it's time for you to leave. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. In this court, communication is key. If there's an issue, you need to let your probation officer know. If you feel as though they're not addressing your issue, you can come to court. And if the complainant comes back to you because maybe she wants to rekindle things, you need to call the police, because otherwise you're going to be violation of your probation if you visit her and if you allow her to live with you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Maybe excuse Judge.
Yes.
All right, we got Judge Fleischer in the chat. Hey, Judge, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. You're going to get to see a sovereign citizen, so we can go to Judge Perkins in Detroit dealing with the sovereign citizens. Let's see how that goes.
This is the city of Detroit versus Antoine Pierre Lackey. His number is SP 1445437 SP 162203661, SP 1627402, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Latney, please state your name for the record.
Here's a special appearance. Here's the bond in question, the birth certificate. I'm the natural person, natural man, and I'm not surety for this bond here, but I got it right here in my hand.
You have to turn your first of all, Mr. Latney, you have to turn your camera on. I can't talk to you without seeing who I'm talking to.
And I withdraw my appearance, Your Honor.
Why do you withdraw your appearance so quick, Mr. Harris?
Because it appears he does not need the assistance of counsel.
Well, we don't know that yet.
I should start my video, but it's doing something like.
Mr. Ostrowski, you might want, I don't know if that's a cigarette. I would take that out if I were you. Good job.
It says start your video, so you got to start your video, all right?
I'm going to use my phone, I guess.
Are you, all right, well, however you do it, I'll pass the matter until you get it together, all right?
All right.
Let's go back on the record with Latney. So Mr. Latney, state your name for the record, please.
I'm making a special appearance. I'm Antoine, the natural man. And here goes his typography, all capital name, Antoine Pierre Latney Bond that you guys are questioning. I'll make a special appearance on this.
Mr. Latney, I have no clue what you're holding up or what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the birth certificate. I'm holding up the birth certificate of Antoine Pierre Latney.
Okay, and who is Antoine Pierre Latney?
That's I'm the natural person, but the all capitals name, which is typography that you are dealing with the all caps, that's this birth certificate. I'm not that all capital name. The all capital name is this birth certificate right here. I'm the natural person.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're confusing me.
I'm confused too. I'm confused too.
Okay, well, we're both confused. I need to see Antoine. I need to see Antoine Pierre Latney. That's who I need to see.
I'm Antoine in the natural form, flesh and blood, right here. How you doing?
So you're Antoine Latney, right?
No. Are you referring to the all capital name?
Bro, we trying to go. You making this shit longer than it got to be.
I know it.
I'm gonna pass the matter until I get Antoine Latney.
Okay.
All right. Let's go Latney. Let's get this over with. Yeah, let's do this because it's gonna linger on. And Mr. Latney, let's go back on the record with Antonio and Antoine.
For the record, I'm making a special appearance. I'm Antoine Pierre Latney, and I'm making a special appearance for this bond. I do not assume any responsibility for the all capitals name that you guys have in front of you or anywhere else.
Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna put my appearance back on the record. Cherika Harris on behalf of the natural person, Antoine Latney. And I will ask for a breakout room, but I am ready on Johnny Gatewood if we could do that matter first.
We'll get Johnny Gatewood out here. But you know something, Ms. Harris, I don't know if Mr. Latney knows that we get a lot of attention from these bloggers and these
it's just that it's like I drive for a living, but when I get into my regular car,
Mr. Latney, if I were you, I wouldn't talk. I mean, well, I'm sorry, you might not be Mr. Latney, but the person representing, I wouldn't talk if I were you. Give me a moment to speak with you in the breakout room before you make a whole lot of statements on the record, please and thank you.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So let's I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, Mr. Latney. Have a conversation with you don't object to that, do you? Having a conversation with Ms. Harris?
No.
So have a conversation with Ms. Harris and just wait on her. I'm gonna get Mr. Gatewood out of here and then we'll hear what you have to say, all right?
Yes, sir. That's great.
All right, let's go back on the record. Let's go back on the record with Latney. Mr. Latney, what is this? How is this dismissed, Ms. Harris?
Your Honor, I've had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Latney. I was able to ascertain that he does have insurance that expires December 2nd, 2024. He did show me his receipt. Mr. Bowman was kind enough to take the receipt for the registration. And he also showed me his Georgia license that was issued in January of 21 and expires March of 29. My understanding is that would take care of the matters that were before the court. We would ask the court to adopt the recommendation to dismiss.
All right. If that's the recommendation, we will adopt it and to get Mr. Latney on his way. Because I don't know how you check a Georgia license, but we'll adopt the recommendation. Mr. Latney, you still owe $174 for an expired plate, a full expired plate, and $108 for an old no valid registration, all right?
Your Honor, if I can inquire as to how old those are?
They're too old for me to set aside. I can give you the date, but I'm not gonna set it aside.
Thank you, Your Honor. I thought I would try.
Yeah, you can have a try. That is the last year, April the 8th. Dismissed for providing ballots.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Latney, those matters were dismissed, but you do have some that still have to be paid.
All right, Mr. Latney, you understand that?
What's the criteria?
No, you just owe 2 old civil infractions that you never paid. An expired plate and a no registration, $174 and $108. The other matters that the court calls in the record are dismissed, all right?
Okay.
All right, have a great day, sir. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, you too.
Good job.
Hey, everybody. I've come across a problem I don't think I've ever come across before, so you are going to have to help me out. I got another Judge Boyd clip, and for the life of me, I cannot remember if I played it already. I don't believe I have, but I know I've watched it a few times, and I'm getting old, so I watched the clip a few times, and then I go to play it, and I think, oh, hell, I watched it. So then I assume that y'all watched it too, so I'm going to go ahead and throw it on, and if y'all just watched this during the show, let me know, and I'll find you another clip, but I'm fairly certain y'all haven't. Maybe you haven't. I don't know yet. Hey, Linus wants to go to Houston. She wants to go and visit the court at 5. There was a GoFundMe link in there. Victoria can probably throw it up. But if you have any extra money, just send her some money. I know everybody's rolling around with money right these days. So, but also Meg's Crime Watch. Her world got destroyed with this hurricane. Her world's upside down. She's rebuilding. She's strong, so she's going to get it together. But she can also use your help. Go watch her videos, like everything, subscribe, forward it to other people, do everything you can to send it to other people. There's even a GoFundMe link there if you just happen to be able to donate money-wise. But watch her videos. That helps her out a lot. So y'all do that. I'm going to go ahead and jump to that next video and post up some links. Thank you.
Mr. McKinney. All right, court is calling 2021 CR 8755, State of Texas versus Philip Kendall Harris. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Joseph, appellate for the defense.
And are you Mr. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Harris speaking.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, sir.
Okay, so we're making a correction on the plea paperwork. We're changing the state's recommending deferred adjudication. We're not recommending community supervision.
That is correct, Your Honor. It is a correction to deferred as opposed to community supervision. Straight probation is a deferred adjudication wrecked by the state.
All right. Did you understand you're charged with the offense of injury to a child, bodily injury reckless?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. After reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding you guilty as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
With your permission, yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may. With respect to this incident, the complaining witness.
Mr. McKinney, this attorney has recently been appointed to represent you, so they need to make sure they have discovery and everything. You understand?
Yes, I understand fully, Ms. Boyd.
All right, you have any questions about anything?
If you would allow me, I'd like to bring to the court's attention my recent remagistration.
All right, that's something, because that's legal, that's something you'll need to speak to your attorney about.
No, I understood. It's just why I have the opportunity to establish a record, considering that he just got appointed at that time. Mr. Jimenez was my attorney. The magistration was held with me not having any counsel.
So let me explain something to you. And if I'm wrong on the law, I'm sure your attorney will correct me. But when you're magistrated, it's not an adversarial process. The only thing the magistrate judge is doing is telling you what your rights are and setting a bond.
From what I'm aware of, it's Supreme Court ruling stating that you are allowed the assistance of counsel through all criminal proceedings. Okay. And in that particular matter, I was negated that right under the Sixth Amendment of the United States Constitution.
All
So
right,
I
if you
just like to get the court's record established with that.
no problem. We can put that on the record if you want to put that on the record.
Yes, ma'am, I would love to. Please.
Sure. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 009238, 2024 PF 16224, and 2024 PF 16225. State of Texas versus Raymond Lee McKinney. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
And fair settlement.
Defense?
Robert Mauer for defendant.
Are you Mr. McKinney?
Yes, I am, Ms. Boyd.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please?
That'd be difficult. And
Well, no, because I need to swear you in.
okay,
You solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
no disrespect to the court, Ms. Boyd.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't swear. That's what I'm trying to bring to
Right.
your attention. I don't
All
swear.
right, let me ask you this, the truth and nothing but the truth?
I guarantee to the court that I would definitely tell the truth, and I'm aware of perjury.
All right,
And
you wanted to
that I
place
won't
something,
do.
you wanted to place something on the record?
Yes, ma'am.
You may proceed.
I'd like to place on the record that I was recently magistrated by Judge Ramirez. It was this past Thursday or Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And I was without counsel. And from my understanding, the Sixth Amendment grants you the right in all criminal proceedings to be able to have the assistance of counsel, which I didn't have during that remagistration. During my first magistration, counsel was provided through the public defender's office, and that was negated in this recent remagistration. So I want to just make sure that it was brought to the court's attention and the record was established with that, so there could be an objection that the court was notified of in that regard.
All right, you said something interesting. You said that the public defender's office was present?
In the first, and that was June 14th
Okay.
of this year.
Right. Defense, is there anything you wish to add?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you for letting me know.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
And
you.
there's a record and it's been preserved, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. I'll see you on the 7th.
All right, thank you. So let me explain something to you. I don't know what your issue with your attorney is, but I'm going to tell you what I've told every person who's been before me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I've been a defense attorney. I've been a prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I run my court a certain way because when I was a defense attorney and a prosecutor, you pick up things from other judges and then you decide what you feel would work and what you would have liked if you were a defense attorney or prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
So in this court, I require that I make sure that everybody have all their discovery. Of course, we're not going to be up in here a year waiting for discovery, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the other thing I require that attorneys receive offers from the state.
Right.
And when your attorney receives an offer, ethically, they're obligated to give that to you. Now, you may think that offer is ridiculous, right? But I tell people, let's not say those words because then people get here. And I want everybody to be at this level when they negotiate. So if your attorney gives you an offer, that's the offer the state has made. Defense attorneys, this is what people think. Defense attorneys believe sometimes, defendants believe sometime that defense attorneys can control what offer the state is going to make. They really can't. All they can do is they could present maybe mitigation to the state and say, hey, this is why you should consider giving this person probation. Or either they can present something to them and say, this is why this case should be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you know what the state will do? In this court, I will tell you, the state will consider the argument that the defense is making.
Yes, ma'am.
And you know what they could say? You know what? You're right. We're going to dismiss it. Or you know what? You're right. The offer that we're making is too much.
Yes,
That's what they may say.
Yes, ma'am.
Or they may say, no, this is the only offer we're making. And then once your attorney presents that offer to you, you have one or two choices. You can say, I'll accept it, or you can say, I won't accept that, but let me make a counter offer. Tell the state I'm willing to accept A, B, and C. And then your attorney will let the state know he won't accept that, but here's a counter offer for you. And then guess what? The state can say, oh, let's consider that. And they can say, yeah, we'll accept this counter offer. They can say, no, the only thing we're offering is A. And then your attorney will bring that back to you. And then now you have a choice. Either you're accepting what the state's offer, or either you want a jury trial. That's the thing. Now, I can tell you, some attorneys have great bedside manners. What do I mean by that? They sit with you, they hold your hand, they talk to you about how your day is going, how's your family doing. There are some attorneys, they're not into that. They're like, I'm here about this specific case. These are the elements the state needs to prove. These are the facts I have. And this is police report. Let me defend you. So that's where we are.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is your issue?
My issue is Mr. McCray would not let me get one word in. Judge Boyd, I wanted to at least speak my testimony.
All right, so let me talk to you about speaking your testimony. If you're speaking of your testimony is something that you want to present to me,
yes,
the only time you're allowed to present that to me is if you decide to testify. And I'm sure your attorney has told you that's completely up to you, whether you testify or not.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm sure Mr. McCray has probably told you the good things and the bad things if you decided you wanted to testify. Right? As far as speaking to me and saying, oh, my case should be dismissed, and here are the facts that I want to tell you, this is not the part of the process where I received that information. The part of the process where I received that information is if you have some kind of mitigation. For example, if you say, yeah, hypothetically, yeah, I committed a theft, but let me tell you why I committed that theft. I'm starving or something of that nature. I'm trying to feed my children. Doesn't mean that you didn't do it. It just means that you're trying to say, Judge, go a little light on me because let me just tell you about my life. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
So
yes, ma'am.
That's the only time. So for you to be telling me what you think the facts of your case are, guess what? If you want to tell me stuff right now, anything that you say can be used against you at jury trial. That's where this ends up. So sometimes attorneys are trying to protect clients from themselves. I've had plenty of clients where I've had to protect them from themselves. And then some of them like, you know what? I'm still going to do my own thing. And I'm like, an explosion is going to occur and you're going to get the blowback from it. So you understand?
I do now. Yes, ma'am.
All right. See, sometimes we just need to.
I just need to talk. I'm sorry. This is my life and this is a very important day. I'm sorry.
No, here's the thing. Every single case is extremely important. People tell me sometimes I take too long on cases, but you know what I tell them? The person who's standing before me, this is extremely important to them because it's their life. This is a criminal court. You're looking at probation or you're looking at prison time. You understand?
Yes.
So that's where we are.
Yes, ma'am.
So is there any other issues with Mr. McCray? So then the next thing I need to discover from both parties is where are we on discovery? This is where I'm trying to figure out if your attorney has received everything from the state that he needs to adequately and professionally represent you, okay? All right, so is there any outstanding discovery that you know of, Mr. McCray?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, have you been, lately there's been an issue with downloads. Have you been able to download everything?
Yes, sir.
All right. State, were you able to tender an offer?
I tendered today, I only offer.
Okay, so here's the thing. The state has tendered an offer to you. I'm going to have you sit in the box and internalize it because the state is saying that offer is for today. That's it. So I'm going to give you a chance to discuss that with your attorney. And if you decide you don't want to accept it, then we'll move towards a jury trial. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. You're welcome.
All right, that finishes us up today over here. We're going to go over to Court Addict with ATX Alley. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.